Welcome to Queen Anne's County Board of Education work sessions for October 20th, 21. Can we please stand for the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Dr. Sellens has appointed Amy Hudak, Assistant Superintendent, to be our secretary to the board for this meeting this evening. Do I have approval for the agenda? A motion?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All ayes have it. We have in front of us board minutes, closed sessions for October the 6th. Everybody had a chance to review them?
Yes.
Yes, motion to approve the closed session minutes for October 6, 2021.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We also have minutes in front of us for October the 6th, open session. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at them?
Yes, motion to approve the minutes for October 6, 2021, open session.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you. Okay, moving on. High school course options presentation. Hey.
So we have a team coming in to present the options that high schoolers have while attending the high school. They're going to give an overview, so if there's anything that you would like to see at a later date that they dive into a little bit deeper, just let us know, and then they can come back and present additional information.
Hi.
Good evening, Mr. Smith, Ms. Hudak, board members, and executive team. For the record, I'm Amy Smith, mathematics supervisor and gifted and talented supervisor.
And I am Adam Tolley, supervisor of career and technical education and social studies.
So this evening, we want to discuss some different program opportunities for our high school students and share with you just some of the different pathways students have in the course of time in high school. So within our academics and our UAs, we offer honors and advanced placements for students to be able to choose. We have career and technology education pathways. There's apprenticeships. There's dual enrollment, which offers students high school credit as well as college credit. And then we also offer the early college academy. The diagram we have here just shows you the different courses, how we have both honors and advanced placement. Our program continues to add opportunities for students. Just last year, we added a new advanced placement course into our schedule for 2D art and 3D art. So as students have that opportunity to grow in different pathways, then we offer more opportunities in the different advanced placement courses as well. Mr. Tolley?
And so this is just a comprehensive list of all of the CT programs that we offer at both high schools, and just kind of listed in alphabetical order. And the last one on the list, Youth Apprenticeship, is one of our newest pathways, and it's kind of a little bit of a different pathway than the others, because it is an actual apprenticeship where students go out, but they earn the same credits. It's the same pathway to graduation as our other programs. And this is just a quick overview of the Youth Apprenticeship, and we were approved for the Youth Apprenticeship just prior to COVID, so in 2019, and we started gaining some momentum with it, and then COVID hit and kind of derailed us a little bit, as well as everybody else in the state. But we have really been gaining some more momentum here since we've started back school and working with businesses, getting some more businesses signed on, and then next, yeah. And this is just a quick overview of the Youth Apprenticeship. So students have to get 450 hours of work-based learning. When they do this, they are also paid for this work, and they're paid minimum wage. In the cases that we had 5 students in this program in 2019. All students, the businesses that hired them, they were paid more than minimum wage. And so it was a great opportunity for those students. And our newest initiative that we have been working on with Chesapeake College is a Culinary Arts Youth Apprenticeship program. So we have been working on that with them for a little probably close to a little over a year now, and we will be launching that in the spring. And so we have 10 spots open for students, and we are reserving 5 for each high school. And we have businesses that have signed on, specific restaurants that have signed on for this initiative. We have some more that are waiting for approval by the Maryland Department of Labor, and that goes up for approval next month. And so we believe that we're going to have enough businesses. We actually will probably have more spots than we have students for them to go to. And then the other big piece to this is that we have worked with the Chamber of Commerce, worked with the college, and we have secured grant funding for this year to cover the entire cost for these students. So the students that apply to this, those students that apply and get selected, will not have to pay anything to do this program. So we're very excited about it. And again, we've been working on this for quite a while. We've talked and met with school principals, with counselors, with the college, with businesses. So we're ready to get this going and really excited. So I think we'll have once we get everything out, I think we'll have a very good participation rate with students. So we're very excited about it.
Right.
And then the last opportunities that we have are the dual enrollment and early college academy. We have partnerships with Chesapeake College, Anne Arundel Community College, and Washington College for that dual enrollment and the early college academy. Dual enrollment, the student has to be 16. It has to be a course that aligns with one of our courses that the college is offering. And then as long as it's listed in our catalog, the student can receive both high school credit as well as college credit, earning them on the route for an associate's degree. The early college academy, a student can be accepted into one of these colleges as early as 9th grade. They have to apply. They have to have willing and able transportation to get them back and forth, or if their program is virtual in certain courses, then they could do that in that virtual mode. But again, it's while they are duly enrolled within the high school, receiving credit on both sides. But then when they graduate, they actually will finish with an associate's degree if they happen to be in that early college academy, as well as get their high school diploma.
And in the past, the college has offered the courses at the high schools, so that has afforded those students in the early college academy to start their participation.
So we have enough, they'll send a professor down to our school and teach.
They have in the past. I don't know that that is the practice as of right now, but that's how they had done it in the past.
So is that the only difference, is your early college academy is for 9th graders, and to do the dual enrollment, you need to be 16-year-olds. So
16 or older in the
Yeah.
dual enrollment.
And we're working with Chesapeake College on this, and actually next week I'll be traveling out with Dave Harper from Chesapeake College to visit Allegheny Community College, and they have had success with early college. Last year, even through COVID, they graduated a few students through a computer science program. They received their AA degree, actually a week before they received their high school diploma. So we're going to go out and take a look at their program and just see what they did and see if there's some things that we can maybe mirror, and maybe in computer science or other programs as well. So
Yeah, to look at their practice and see if we can adopt some of them and bring it back here. So it'll be nice to see a program that's up and running.
yes.
So.
And then that completes it, but there's our contact information so that if there's any questions that people need to contact us.
Do a lot of students, or how many students get involved in the Homeland Security track?
So we actually have quite a few, and we have two different tracks. We have the Homeland Security Science track, and we have a GIS track. And so basically, the way those programs work, and many of our programs, they take 2 core classes that are the same, and then they kind of, which is sort of like the trunk, and then they kind of branch out. And so we do have participation there, and we've increased the certifications that have come out of there too. So some of the ICS certifications that students get, they're getting right through that program. So.
It's a well sought after program. It's definitely.
On the different programs you had, I'm sorry, I don't know, what is CASE?
ACE is the Curriculum for Agricultural and Science Education.
Thanks.
Now, are these offered at both schools, or some at one and the other, and then transport, or how do we work?
Some at one or the other. So the programs that are offered at Queens County High School, we offer transportation from Kent Island High School for them to get to these programs. So they have the opportunity to participate in all of them.
So anybody, any of our high school students or can get in either one. It might be a different school, but then we just do a transportation thing.
Yep, do transportation, and we work it out with their schedules as far as like the fire program, for example. The students from County Island, that doesn't start till second period, but they will come to Queen Anne's County High School, do first period there, and then take transportation from the high school just a few miles over to the fire center.
Some of the programs are offered at both, and then there's some that are, I believe that what Ken Island is offering, Queen Anne's is also offering.
Correct.
But then Queen Anne's does have the additional programs.
What are the prerequisites? I mean, I understand that for dual enrollment, it's you're 16 and the early college can be ninth grade, but are there any grade requirements, any behavior requirements, for any of your stuff?
It varies. So for the Youth Apprenticeship, for example, and again, that's a newer one, a little bit different. The students have to be 16 in order to get in there, typically juniors and seniors. Some of the other programs, it depends. Our biomedical science, which is a pretty rigorous program, there is a GPA requirement. But for the most part, there are no requirements that restrict them from getting in. Some programs they can start in ninth grade. Other programs, there are cosmetology, for example, they have to meet, Maryland, guidelines for them to actually complete the program, hour requirements. So some of them are pretty strict. Nursing is the same way. They have to meet Maryland Board of Nursing requirements to actually get through the program. But typically we don't look at discipline records and that type of thing for students to get in. We have a form that they fill out, and we get the students in as best as we can.
Is that also for your honors and your AP? There's no prerequisites?
There is some prerequisite coursework that students may need to do in order to get to a class, but other than that, and then as far as the early college, they have to actually apply to one of those and make it through their acceptance process. So it's not something that we just say, okay, we're going to offer you the early college program. The college has to actually accept them through that application process. So it's the same requirements as a student who would be going in otherwise.
Thanks.
When they say contact information, I'm sure the guidance counselors at the schools are up on this, because, to come to you two is one thing, but, when they're 9th and 10th grade, to educate the students and the parents even to make sure these opportunities exist, I think it's great, as long as we're getting it out to everybody, as soon as we can. Is there a thing to get that out pretty much?
It's our program of study, yeah.
The program of study and the counselors, they work with the students as far as setting up like their 4-year goal plans and working through what are going to be their course programs that they're going to take and different pathways that they want to do. And they always talk about the opportunities for that dual enrollment. A highly motivated student, they would talk about the possibility of that early college.
So just to follow up to that then, since it would start in the fall, if you went in, you could in theory go to the fall when you're in 9th grade. Do we go to the middle schools and are they familiar with the programs in 8th grade?
There's an articulation process, and so our counselors from the high school go down into the middle school. They talk with the students and help them with that scheduling process, and then their counselors within their school at the middle school level also talk about their different pathways there too. That's all part of their 4-year trajectory plans that they have to complete.
I'm a 100% fan of this, like the CTE program. We're working closely with businesses, so we know what requirements they're requiring for these students to come out with, and skills of that level and stuff. We're educators, but they're, for a better word, practical people actually doing the work in the field.
Absolutely, and we're building upon that as well. As you know, the county hired on CTE liaison, Ms. Connie Dean, and her and I have been working together. She's been, really boots on the ground, going to businesses, connecting. This culinary program has been a major focus of ours because we really wanted to make it go, and she has really been doing that. And so we talk on a regular basis, and we want to increase what the businesses are asking for, what they need from our students when they come out of these programs. So we definitely are doing that.
Haven't prepared for that.
Yes.
Because, when I look at these AP and college classes, everybody's looking for grant or funds and scholarships, but, a student comes out with as a second or first semester freshman or even a sophomore, I mean, that's a big amount of money they're saving if they can get out of college and only have 3 years in theirs rather than.
Absolutely. The AP courses offer them that ability, and that they've taken several of them. Oftentimes, they're basically testing out of their first year in college, and it saves a ton of money.
Right. I mean, I just think there's so many great win-win opportunities on this. And, and at CTE programs, I mean, to me, it's just as important to have life skills and work skills, not just an education. You need education, but just as far as everybody's not going to go into a higher education and stuff like that.
It provides a lot of different opportunities and open doors for students that they may not have thought of. It's a lot of talent development across the board.
And this is maybe not a good question to ask, but what numbers of the student, like the juniors and seniors in our high school, are involved with the CTE program or advanced placement classes? They're actually, doing more than what they would be doing 20 years ago when you only had the high school diploma.
That I'd have to look into to see how many had gone through the program and where they are now.
Okay.
I'm sure there's probably some postgraduate surveys that go out, but we could.
I'm just wondering, I mean, like if we have, I think, maybe 300 in each of our senior classes? I mean,
As far as CTE,
at least half of them at least involved in one of these two programs or something.
that's just about, for CTE, we're at about 49% of students that have either completed a pathway, completed the Youth Apprenticeship, or earned some type of industry recognized credential. And that's also a measure that we're going to be held. It's been pushed back a little bit. It was originally the More Jobs for Mail-Orders Act that was supposed to be, come to fruition by 2025. Now that's kind of rolled into the Kerwin blueprint, and they've kind of ramped it up a little bit. But as far as that number goes, we have to have 45%. We're at 48, 49. We're going to try to increase it. So we're in pretty good shape. Many districts around the state are not even close to that number. So we're doing pretty well.
And as far as our AP enrollment, on our average years, we've been enrolling a little over 500 students having involvement in AP coursework. And probably more than half of them take the AP test. So not every student that takes the course will take the test. But
They're in there doing it.
But we have over 500 students. Now, last year, of course, because of the being online and the virtual experience, some of our enrollment went down a little bit, but on average, we're running around 500 to 550 students enrolled in AP coursework.
I think it's a great, both programs are great things. I think opportunities for our kids, Any other questions by board members?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I want to we had other members from our CNI team here to support them, so I want to thank them.
Yeah, thank
So
everybody.
shout out to them for being here.
We're still witnessing that, but just okay.
National School Bus Safety Week. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Have a seat.
It's not wired.
The hot seat. Good evening, board members. This week is the National School Bus Safety Week, and I thought it was fitting, since we had a work session, to honor some of the people responsible for the day in and day out operations that occur. National School Bus Safety Week is October 18th through the 22nd. And with us, we have Mr. John Murdoch, who is sitting in the center. He is our transportation coordinator. Mr. Murdoch has started out with us as a special needs driver, field trip driver, athletic driver, and has worked his way up to bus driver trainer, and now he is coordinator of transportation. Next to him, we have Gretchen, who is a bus driver trainer who was with us, who has many years of experience. And then we also have Tammy Kurskowski. Did I kill it? All right. I'm terrible with that last name. And her job description is a transportation dispatcher, but do not let that fool you. She has her CDLs, and these individuals have been filling in when we have drivers out for COVID to keep the buses running. Matter of fact, Tammy just dropped off the boys soccer team from Queen Anne's County High School down to Ken Island High School for a game tonight, and came back to here, and we'll be heading back in the bus to pick up the team. Their days start about 4:30 in the morning, and they don't really get done until about 6:30 at night. So again, Ms. Frazier and Tammy and John are the ones, the boots on the ground, that help promote the national school safety. And I did also want to say, thank you to our 4 LLCs that provide transportation to our students every day, along with our special needs bus drivers. We average about 2 million miles a year. Transportation-wise. That doesn't include field trips or athletic trips. It's about 11,500 miles a day that we're transporting. And I'm going to say it's not one of the toughest jobs is making split-second decisions with a child getting on and off the bus, whether the red lights, are on. We have our bus red light bus runner program in effect. The Sheriff's Department also assists us with that. But it is a very challenging job to make those kinds of decisions of a child getting on the bus, making sure the cars are stopped. And truly, they should be honored for that. Again, the contractors, our employees, it's something that occurs 180 days a year. And I know this is the national week for it, but again, it occurs every single day. And I just wanted to bring these individuals in front of you. Mr. Edie Cook is another bus driver trainer. He could not be here tonight. But again, I know you see some other counties that are struggling to, fill those positions. We have been able to keep everything going and the buses with their wheels still spinning, thanks to our dedicated staff. So I would just like to thank you all for what you do. And in a second, if we could just get a picture. I do have a proclamation from the Governor Hogan, but I kind of wanted to make it something special about just our county because, it is a national and a statewide thing, but thank you for all that you do, and again, for all the bus drivers.
My hat's off to you because when I was little, I rode the bus. And I'll date myself. I worked with John's father and his grandmother at the Florida, so it's been a while. But, the bus driver is the first person these kids see in the morning. 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's the last one they see in the evening. I know we have great teachers and great support staff, but these bus drivers are a major part of these children's lives. And they're like, I can remember, they're like your parents. You knew Mr. Gaines or Mr. Walls or Mr. Murdoch, whoever was doing this. And it's amazing what these bus drivers, and it's a responsibility. 301.50. Even 213. It's my hat's off to you. You got a great responsibility, and I personally appreciate everything you do, only because I have grandkids on your buses too. So, and I think the other board members probably feel the same, I'm sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If we could get a picture with the board, if you guys don't mind, please. Because we have to get Tammy back on the bus.
Yeah.
I'm not hurrying now. There's too much to read.
You're the acting.
So just presenting it to them, then I'll just hand it. You want to open it?
Just gonna have to scan it. Perfect. One more? And one more. Thank you. We all, I guess we'll try.
And it's been, I think we've been doing bus driver appreciation this week with our drivers as we go around. This is just a little example.
We're gonna have to drive a bus.
What we've been handing out.
I don't have my CDL.
So,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, see you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
chocolate.
Okay. Thank you, Sid, that's very nice.
Thank you. They do a great job.
Yeah. Okay, we have no current board action items this evening. Our future meetings, our next meeting will be November the 3rd, our regular meeting. Our work session will be on the 17th of November. We will be getting into our budget season, which will be additional meetings probably in November, December, but the ones scheduled right now are November the 3rd for our regular meeting, and November 17th, our work session. Also, I'd like to announce at Queen Anne's County High School, the Pops is having a thing at the auditorium at 7 p.m. this evening.
Yep, the Pops concert. It's
Pops
one
concert.
of my favorite. Yep.
So anybody that has time to slide out there, it could be a very nice evening. Do I have any other future business for the board?
Negative. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you.